Hey there, my name is Lance and I'm one of the co-founders of Chargify. I'm going to do about a 15-minute video, or as short as I can keep it, broken into 3 major parts. I've spoken to hundreds of people over the years who ask different questions about us, and it always breaks into 3 areas. It always breaks into what does Chargify do at a very simple and high level, what does Chargify do at a more detailed level, and the third part is who is Chargify, what have you done before, etc. So here we go. Part 1 is what is Chargify at a high and simple level. If you've got a business that needs to bill people over and over again, say every month, every quarter, every year, whatever it is, that's what we do. There's a lot of complexity that builds up around that, but that is the core of our business. We're focused on billing your customers whenever they're supposed to be billed, the appropriate amount, including taxes and maybe redeeming coupons and sending statements to them. Oh, and also, real important thing, emailing them if there's any kind of a problem with their card or the charges, and giving them a way to work that out. So a lot going on without you having to do anything. It's all fully automated. Another thing people like to see usually is a glimpse into what is the app. Now here's the app. I've set up a fake company for demonstration purposes here. So pretend this is your business. It shows a dashboard of recent activity. These are people who've signed up for subscriptions. That's actually me signing up for a subscription. And over here is, again, some high-level data, recent signups this month, last month, revenue this month, last month. Products are the core of what Chargify is. I've made a single product here called Monthly Apple Delivery. So pretend we have a business that is shipping apples to our customers once a month for $17.99 a month. So you can set up any number of products you want. Each product has a name and a price, a potential setup fee, a potential trial period, expires. That's basically saying, does this product expire or does it just go on forever? Is it taxable, yes or no, via sales tax or VAT tax, etc. And then for each product you create, we make what's called a hosted sign-up page. This is where you would send your customers to sign up for your product. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click this little button that copies it into my computer's clipboard and then paste it into Firefox here so you can see what the page looks like. Here's what the page looks like. This is where your customers would go to sign up for the monthly Apple delivery product. It shows them that it's $17.99 a month, and it collects the logical information you'd expect. Credit card, first name, last name, billing address, etc., potential coupon code if you're using coupons, and then a little bit of information about them. The one last thing I want to show you that a lot of merchants like to see and like to do is this. It's like with your hosted sign-up pages, the number one thing people want to do is upload their logo. So I'm going to show you a real quick example of uploading a logo. Found a nice looking apple here, and let me scroll down, save that setting. And once it comes back, then I'll go back to Firefox. Okay, so that's saved. Go back to Firefox, do refresh, and there it is. So it's like it's simple, but it's the number one thing merchants want to do. It's like they just want to have a nice page or pages where they can send their customers to sign up for their products and have a nice logo shown like that juicy red apple there. So that's it. That's the quick overview of Chargify. There's a lot more to it. So let's go into part 2 if you want to keep watching. Part 2, basically, I'm going to go here to the features page on our website. And once that comes up, there we go. It shows the major feature areas of Chargify. So here we go. This kind of breaks down the whole service we offer. Branded sign-up pages, that's what you just saw. The ability to have pages that we host for you, and you can customize them with your own logo. And by the way, you can do JavaScript and CSS as well. Setup fees and trial periods, I'll touch on that just briefly. It's the ability to, when you define a product, have a setup fee. You know, it could be $10, $100, it could be 50 cents, whatever you want it to be for starting out a product by your customer. Trial periods, that's one that's used by a lot of merchants. That's where you could say, hey, I want my product to be $100 a month, but I want there to be a 2-week trial period that's, $10 or $0 or whatever. So setup fees, trial periods, fully supported. Dunning and past due payments. This is a pretty important, pretty big one. I touched on this a little bit earlier. This is basically the process of communicating with your customer if there's any kind of a problem with a payment. So if their card expired or we just couldn't collect payment that month, we send them an email and ask them to please come back to a URL that we host so they can put in their new card info if they need to do so. You're able to tell us ahead of time what those emails should say and how often they should go out. how many times we should retry before we give up and move them from active status to cancel status, etc. That saves businesses a ton of hassle and keeps your customers moving forward with your products. Coupons and discount codes is another big one. It allows you to set up any number of alphanumeric codes, and if your customers enter those into the coupon space on the form, it can give them a discount. You can define the discount to be $25 off the sign up, or it could be $25 off every month forever, or it could be 10% off every month forever. It could be 10% off 3 months. It's like there's all kinds of combinations of coupons that merchants like to use to offer deals to their customers. So we support all that. Statements are kind of logical, as you'd expect them. It's like they are a thing we email to your customers. It tells them what they were charged and shows the details of taxes and coupons and whatnot. Upgrade, downgrade, prorate, as the words suggest, they kind of make sense. It's like it means that if you have a product that's $50 a month, another one that's $100 a month, if your customer changes mid-month, we make it very easy for you to do that, and we also calculate any money they may owe you or that you may owe them, and we'll take care of that. Metered per seat billing, usage-based. There's a lot of names for this. This is a big important area to probably, I don't know, a third of our merchants. So far I've spoken about flat rate pricing, in other words, Apple deliveries that are roughly $18 a month. But some businesses need more complex things. You might need to bill for each text message that your customer sent, or you need to bill for each sales lead that they took from your real estate website, or you need to bill for software seat licenses that your customers' employees use with your online service. All of that is supported here. You can set up these things that we call components, and you can set up pretty interesting pricing. For instance, you could say that the first 10 items are free, and then the next 10 are $10 each, and then the next 10 are $8 each, etc. You can do all that with metered and per seat billing. Sales tax, VAT, GST, again, kind of makes sense. It allows you to set up any number of tax rates in Chargify and tell our system that this product is taxable, that product is not. If you're a European merchant, we do handle the VAT stuff that you need, where your customers can give a VAT number to be exempt from tax, etc. So that's all handled for you. This other stuff on the page, a little bit higher level things. Host your own forms. It allows you to host your own form to sign your customers up and still pass all the credit card data directly to Chargify, therefore avoiding PCI compliance issues. So it's an area that's becoming more and more interesting to a number of our merchants. Level 1 PCI compliance, this just basically means that we are compliant at the highest level of PCI compliance there is. By the way, if your bank or payment gateway asks for our compliance certificate, it's right there. You can go to this page, click on it, save it to your desktop or whatever you need to do. We have a good API. I'd say that probably a third or half of our merchants use the API to tie their systems directly into ours, so they can make a really nice integration with Chargify. iPhone app. It's a simple little app that you can get off the Apple App Store. Download it for free to your iPhone, and allows you to see sign-ups today, revenue this month, etc. So that is Chargify a little bit deeper. And real quickly, I'll just glance over this page too. I'm not going to drill into it, but if you're looking at us, do check out the ecosystem page as well. It has useful information about how we fit into the marketplace, where you can get merchant accounts, what payment gateways we support. A list of Chargify consultants is useful too. We do get the question occasionally where people want to know if there are consultants they can turn to. And third-party integrations is also a fun little page. It shows some cool companies that have integrated with us, especially Zfurl. We do get the question occasionally, people want to have their affiliates and their referral partners paid, whatever they're owed when someone's charges are renewed in Chargify. That's exactly what Zfurl does. So that is us in a nutshell. That kind of concludes part 2. For those of you still listening who want part 3, which is about us, click on the About Us page. It talks about where Chargify came from. Basically, Chargify grew out of a company in Boston called Grasshopper.com. They've been around for about 8 or 9 years. Great company, about 50 employees. And you can see down the right side here, you can kind of get to know us a little bit. That's a picture outside of Grasshopper's offices, a picture inside the offices. And then if you scroll down, you'll see the support team in Florida. They're a really good team down there. If you're a merchant, you've probably spoken to some of them, Jay or Jennifer and others that do a great job there, 24/7 by the way. If you keep scrolling down, you'll see the Network Operations Center. And then the next two videos are kind of fun for a number of people. It shows the data center we operate in. That's actually me on the right. And I basically just rolled a video camera and walked through the data center, and we get to see power generators and where the network connections come in and the servers and all that. There's a number of our customers who really do like to see that stuff. So there it is for you. Oh, and below that, there's even a video tour of the Chargify or the Grasshopper offices in just outside of Boston. So then going over the team, that's me there. Before this, I was part of a company called, or one of the founders of a company called Engine Yard, which is in San Francisco. It's a pretty cool thing. And then probably about, I think it's 20 years before that, I was co-founder of a company called Parallax, which makes little embedded computers called Basic Stamps. I'd say, surprisingly, 20 years later, there's probably, I don't know, 10, 20, 25% of you actually know about Basic Stamps. Otherwise, I wouldn't waste your time mentioning it here. Michael, Nathan, Shay, and Brent are the next four guys on the page. They are the ones who make all the magic happen. Most of these guys are in Raleigh, North Carolina. Nathan's up in Pennsylvania. They're the ones writing the code and adding features and architecting the system, etc. Again, if some of you are merchants, you may have communicated with some of these guys. Great team of guys doing really, really good work. Next is Ed. He's part of the support team in Florida. Make sure that, that we have the right size team to help our customers and such and make sure they're happy. And then we have C-Mac and David. They're my co-founders. Going back to the original story, so they co-founded Grasshopper 8 years ago. Again, grew into a really great company. And then in the beginning of 2009, they saw the need for what is now Chargify. At the time, I was CEO, co-founder of Engine Yard and was kind of thinking the same thing. And long story short, we wound up finding each other and deciding we could work together. So here I am. And last but certainly not least, Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban invested in Chargify summer 2011. It's been great having him on board. The money's helpful. More importantly, really his experience and wisdom is helpful. And what's, I think, really cool, I can email him anytime with a question about pricing or marketing or whatever it may be, and he will email back almost always within not more than a few hours, anytime, day or night, doesn't matter. I don't think he sleeps much. But in any case, it's been really wonderful having him on board. So that's kind of who we are in a nutshell. If you're doing your diligence on us, then definitely look at grasshopper.com, look at engineyard.com. You know, if you really want to go way back, check out parallax.com. But see who we are and stuff. I don't blame you, because basically you are going to be running literally about half your business on us. So it does make sense to want to check out not only the features and the technology, but who's behind it. So that's about it. If you have any further questions, do give us a call at the 800 number on the site. We're happy to talk about whatever you want to talk about, and would love to see you grow along with the other merchants we're supporting. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.